So then guys, if you're wondering why we haven't been seeing much of Mike, take a look. He's been busy getting his hair cut. So guys, as you can see, Mike's not got a lot of hair, and it's the reason he's got a cap on, keeping his little head warm this morning.
I had to, stop combing it over and bite the bullet finally, didn't I? So,
went for it.
Yeah, I quite like it. I think I've got a nice shaped head.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Go Jason Statham, couldn't you? Get shredded with it.
Lose a bit of weight for that, yeah. But.
Anyway, enough about your head. How come we haven't seen that much of you?
Busy, working, changing jobs at the moment. Sort of leaving one job, and so I'm actually going to go freelance. So I've been sort of trying to get a few things moving.
Nice.
Just taking up a bit of time, and the house has been taking up a bit of time, and actually playing golf rather than practicing. I know I should be out practicing, but people have been quite excited that I've come back to the game. So people have been asking me to go and play golf all over the show all the time.
That's been decent.
Yeah, it's been good. I've had a mixed bag. Played quite well actually, particularly early on after we'd had a few lessons, and then getting into it there, getting my handicap back. Had to obviously reactivate that, play 3 rounds, and yeah, played.
Did you have to put cards in, physical cards had to go in to reactivate the handicap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've actually had to do something with a little bit of pressure under it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so it's actually each shot's meant something.
Yeah. And first 2 of those rounds, I shot 75. That second one though, I was 1 over coming into the last 3 holes, and
Gas manned it. What's up with you?
Yeah, absolutely bottle jobbed it. But it's just getting into that position, and I think the main when I came off that round, I was thinking about what happened. The main problem was sort of lack of pre-shot routine. Concentration went 17 at Sale is for me. My game is 150 yards in is my game really. Yeah. Off the tee I'm wayward, but and that's 100 inside 120 yards. So
it's a bread and butter shot.
I never missed a green. That's birdie hole all day for me. I missed a green. I let a little bit of concentration slip, and I just turned it over.
So in terms of not having a pre-shot routine,
yeah.
Define what you think's letting you down. No structure.
Yeah, so for me, short game, we were discussing this before, my short game is obviously a bit of a strength for me. And chipping wise, I visualise exactly the shot where I'll visualise where I want it to pitch. I'll get on, I'll get over the ball, and I'll do a few exact replicas of what I want to achieve, and I'll go in and I'll try and just wipe everything out of my head and do the exact same pace, exact same everything, bang, hit the shot, and it works. And putting wise, I've had a routine for years. Once I've lined everything up and everything, I'll get over the ball, I'll sort of before the ball, I'll do one look, bang, 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 bang. It's sort of about the rhythm, bang, 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 and then I'll go into the ball, do the exact same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it works a charm, hole puts all the time. But long game, there's nothing there. It's always different,
Would you say then, knowing how you are as a personality, then obviously you're quite visual because both elements of them had a real high element of visualization into that shot. You visualized it and you felt it, which is very short game-esque anyway.
You know what? When I hit good tee shots, I can see it. You're right. Like if I'm there's the 9th at Sale, dog legs to the right, off the back tee, it's maybe like 435, and the tee shot, you have to sort of, if you hit it long enough, you have to slide it a little bit or go over some trees, and that just being able to see the exact shape of the hole, really defined hole. Yeah. Usually an alright tee shot there.
And probably you've defined the shot because of the hole. Exactly. So you have reacted on that one to your surroundings, used the shape of the shot, and then been able to execute it. Yeah. So I'd say clear definition's got to be one, hasn't it, in terms of what you're going to do. Yeah. So then visualising it, seeing it, and then executing it. And then knowing how you also quite like structure and some technical stuff in there. Yeah. So it probably needs to encompass something that's the technical parts of your swing, which obviously will feel a bit technical in the pre-shot routine to begin with, but then as you do it over time, like a Justin Rose, he does his, and over time, that second, you could see, last hole of the Masters, you can't get any more pressure than that.
Absolutely.
And he still went through that technical part of the pre-shot routine. Yeah. So obviously, that works for him. I think you've got a bit of that in yourself, so I think we want to do that, and then look at how we can then put the visualization into it, so that then you can take advantage of the bit of creativity that you like, but you're using it in the scenario of which hole you're going to be playing.
Yeah, totally. I think one thing that maybe has put me off doing the technical thing I like that, doing maybe some sort of like drill or something before I hit the shot. But my old man always used to say, "What are you doing that for?" Because he was very much a field player, real field player, all about rhythm and stuff like that. And he was like, "You shouldn't be doing technical thoughts now." But I suppose it's getting out. So that used to sort of put me off maybe doing it. But maybe that's something that just worked for my game and not for him.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at the pre-shot routine in a second. Let's devise one that's specific to you, that's got a little bit of technical stuff in there, but it's only around the technique, but it's going to be a feel of that technique, and then using the visualization of the shot. Okay, so therefore then you can look at how you're going to visualize that shot, execute it, and also make sure that you've got something in there that means that every shot is going to be the same in terms of still making sure that you're not slipping back off the right things technically, because obviously the more golf we play, the chances are going back to the old technique, whereas if we put that in the pre-shot routine, it's a great chance of that not getting lost. Okay, so we've already decided you need something technical. So if we have a look at the main aspects of your swing that have kind of been working at and really key for making your game work, okay? So set up as if you're ready to hit a shot for me, okay? So we know that first off has been backswing, so do something that's got your number one key. Think about this, your number one key that's made your backswing work for you that we've worked on.
Okay, I think it's the one piece and the cock up there.
Okay, so do that now. So then do the swing. So do that to the top for me.
Okay.
And now, what would be the next bit after that? Would you say separation?
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
Separate to there. Okay, so what I'd do, so you've just done that perfectly. So that needs to be part of what you're doing, because that is something that's massive for you.
Yeah.
So what I'd do is, can I borrow the cup, mate?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I would want you to go, right, here's the shot. Let's say we're going to hit, I don't know, high fade into a green. Okay, so get here. First thing would be, right, once we've decided on the shot, etc. So we'll go through that in just a second here, but we'll go, right, get the wrist set, feel it to the top, feel that separation. Then through here, you'll feel what the fade, how you're going to do the fade through the impact.
Okay.
So if you're going to hit the fade, you'll then feel how you'd cut across it and maybe hold it off a little, or whichever way it is you want to hit that fade.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Or if you're going to hit the draw, you'll make sure that obviously all the fundamentals at address are going to give you the drawing feeling, but then you're still going to go through these areas and then feel out what the impact will be like for the draw, because you'll feel what the arc is going to be like. So it's still got the feel and the outcome of the shot shape built into around the impact for you, but it's making sure backswing's still in there and that separation. It only needs one practice swing like that, because all you're trying to do is, the practice swing is all about giving yourself the greatest opportunity when you go to hit that ball of executing the best swing you can do.
That's what you sort of lose. That's what I lose between being in the studio and being on the course. Because in the studio, you're constantly technical and you're hitting good shots. But then people say to you, don't be technical on the golf course. But if you're in the studio being technical, hitting good shots, well then why not take that out there? It's always been something in my head that I've thought is weird.
Well, I think that's why with Justin Rose playing so well, and then you see how his pre-shot routine is, and he has this one where he kind of pumps the arms in like this, okay, and he has one where he almost has the foot back and he does it this way.
Me and Justin probably have really similar problems.
So I'd say that when you look at what he's doing, he's been doing those same kind of moves in the pre-shot routine for ages, and it's something that he's been having a lot of success with. What I'd say now is, okay, for you to build the pre-shot routine, obviously, once you've got kind of zapped in the number or whichever way it is that you get your yardage, obviously you're then going to see weather conditions, where the wind is, etc. As soon as you've chosen the club out the bag, I would say that all of those things you're probably already really good at and you do second nature. And you've probably already got a routine to that. It's now once the club's come out the bag and you've decided what shot you're going to hit. So, okay, we're going to hit a shot. I just want you to hit high draw for me, okay? So I want you to think, right, you're going to hit a high draw. So I want you to think, okay, where the flag is in the distance, what you're going to do, where you want the ball to start, visualise what that trajectory is going to be. So you've now decided you're going to hit this high draw into that back left pin, okay? The only place you can't miss it is short left, okay? So visualising that shot, think about where your start line needs to be. Okay, so go through that for us, have a look at doing that.
Right, so where my start line is, when I'm lining up now,
Yeah.
do I want to line up this with the start line, or do I want to line up with where the pin is?
Start line.
Start line, okay, sweet. So I want to start in probably just left edge of that bush down there.
Yeah.
So then there's a point here, I'm going to aim over.
Okay, so now, before you've done that, now you've decided your shot.
Yep.
So now's the time to do the technical bit.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. So, because you've just gone from, I've decided the shot, and I'll just go and lick it out.
I was just going through my normal thing, that's exactly what I do.
So, right, so what you now need to do is you've decided the shot, so now do the technique, okay? But your practice swing, once you've started from here, is going to be thinking about that high draw. And as you look up at the target at the end of the practice swing, visualise that high draw.
Okay, nice.
Then once you've done the visualisation of the high draw, I want you to think about seeing that high draw, and then it's almost like there's a decision line here.
Yeah.
That as soon as you step into the shot, now all you're thinking about is what you're going to do with that goal shot. So before you've hit the shot, you've gone through all the aspects that are going to encompass what goal shot you're going to hit.
Yep.
Then you've gone through the feel and a bit of technique, okay, here. This is the technical part of what you're going to do.
Yep.
Okay, how you're going to execute that shot. Okay, so even if you completely feel based, your practice swing would still be, if I know this really low one under some trees, you try and feel it, okay?
100%.
And that'd have technical aspects into it
Yeah.
for everybody, even if they're just feeling their hands being forward. Then what you then want to do is, once you go here, everything from there is now into stepped in, going through the routine, the club behind the ball, looking at the target. As soon as you look at the target, visualise the high draw. Set up to it, get yourself ready to hit the shot. Look back at the target, visualise the high draw again, look back to the ball, pull the trigger.
All right, sure, we go.
Yeah. So let's just walk through it. It's a practice swing first of all, but what you're going to do. So you go through every single
I've been
part
trying to make sure my grip's right as well at the moment, so that's been part of my sort of routine.
Okay, so now you're going to do that.
Get a bit of a strong left hand.
So you're going to get that wrist set. Transition, feel that draw now, high draw. Okay.
Right,
So now, you're then going to go through that.
Right, so feeling that shot. Okay, so lining up on that position.
Look at the target.
Yep, okay.
Tidy.
A little bit quick, I think.
One of the first swings of the day. But it had a routine and a process to it, didn't it?
Yeah. After process, is there anything I should do afterwards?
Well,
Hitting good shot or bad shot?
So if you've hit a bad shot, okay, and you're really unhappy with it, what I always think is you've got to leave the scenario, okay, not taking any baggage forwards to the next shot with you. Okay, so what I'd do is from here, let's say it's a bad shot, I'd make a practice swing that felt like a good move, because therefore you're then reinforcing this is what it feels like to have hit a decent move. Here's what the right movement was. Then you can put the club in the bag, because now all of a sudden you can't control what's just happened. You can only stay in the present and control anything that's going to be going on at that next shot. So you've now got to prepare yourself to up and down that next shot and give yourself the best opportunity to make a par or get it out into backing play or even make a birdie. You've got to carry it and be positive going forward. But if you go away from here where it's really hard to do, if you stop yourself and have a practice swing after a bad shot, you tend not to have already thrown the club into the bag, which is, you know, emotions taken over at that point because the clubs are now rattling in the bag. You stormed off down the fairway, calling yourself every name under the sun. By the time you got to that ball, you're still fuming from the previous shot.
Yeah, no. Well, that's very helpful, mate. That's been a good lesson, I think, that. Maybe get a driver one in soon.
Definitely.
A little bit of short game stuff.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Probably get out on the course and have a bit of a
playing lesson.
knock, yeah. All right.
Sounds good. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, please do so. Keep watching Mike's progress. I think he's going to be on for a pretty decent year, you know, 75 already. That's good, you know, 5 over and he's only just really getting going. I think we could maybe sneak under par in this year.
Hopefully.
That'd be good. Thanks for watching and talk with you again soon.